Lake Norman is calling, but let's talk brass tacks. How much house can you really get for your buck on the lake? In this video, we're going to ditch the dream world, and I'm going to show you the numbers behind buying a house on Lake Norman. We're going to break down prices by area. We're also going to reveal some of the hidden gems where affordability will meet lakeside living. And I'm also going to help you find the perfect spot that fits not only your budget, but future appreciation. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mitch, your go-to luxury real estate advisor located right here in the Charlotte and Lake Norman areas. If you're considering moving to this beautiful area, whether it be in the next 30, 60, or even 90 days, I would love to be a resource for you. All my information is on the screen and also below this video. Please reach out. I would love to connect. Now, what is it about Lake Norman? Lake Norman is the largest man-made lake in North Carolina. That's right. This is an incredible body of water that was created between 1959 and 1964 thanks to the construction of the Collins Ford Dam by Duke Energy, who flooded the lake. But beyond its impressive size, Lake Norman is simply stunning. It's also home to some of the most breathtaking waterfront properties in the entire state of North Carolina. With over 500 miles of shoreline, Lake Norman actually has more waterfront than the entire North Carolina coastline, which stretches just 300 miles. Pretty amazing, right? That is a big shoreline. Now, with so much available waterfront real estate, I know it can feel completely overwhelming to figure out where to start, what to look for, or even how to narrow down the search. That's where I come in. I've taken the time to dive into the real estate data, break down the numbers, and prepare a simple, easy to understand guide to help you navigate your search for the perfect spot on this incredible lake. Now, there are 7 submarkets on Lake Norman, and we're going to dive into each right now. We're focused on the area of Lake Norman highlighted on the screen, and this region spans the western side of I-77, stretching up to the 150 line across the north side, and then down the 16 corridor, which is on the Denver side, and then back around Highway 73 on the Huntersville side. This part of Lake Norman is where most of the action happens, and it's home to some of the area's most vibrant communities. Within this section, there are 7 key submarkets that I need you to understand. Number 1 is Mooresville. Number 2, Cornelius. Number 3 is Davidson, also known as Lake Davidson, Huntersville, Denver, Terrell, and of course, Sherrills Ford. There are hot spots for real estate activity and where you'll find a bulk of the real estate transactions on this body of water. Each area offers a very unique lifestyle, varying commuting times to Charlotte, population densities, and benefits. But for today's video, we're going to keep it simple and we're going to focus strictly on the real estate sales prices to help you make an informed decision for not only your budget, but also your lifestyle. Let's talk about price points. As you can imagine, there's a wide range of price points across the Lake Norman area. But if we break it down by these 7 submarkets, you'll get a crystal clear picture of where each one stands in terms of pricing. Right now, the most expensive real estate on Lake Norman can be found in the Cornelius, North Carolina area. And just so you know, I'm recording this video in September of 2024, so the numbers you're seeing on the screen represent the most recent waterfront-only homes that have closed in the last 180 days. For those of you watching from maybe out of state or even across the country, the eastern side of the lake has experienced the most development and growth. That's primarily because this was the first area to be developed thanks to the easy access by Interstate 77. Now, this makes it a prime location for anyone who wants quick access into Charlotte, the Charlotte Douglas Airport, and all the amenities with it. The development of the communities like Cornelius, Davidson, Huntersville, and Mooresville has transformed this side of the lake into a bustling hub. Now, you'll find places like Birkdale Village, one of the top shopping destinations there, along with top golf courses, tons of restaurants, and other great amenities. Plus, the proximity to the NASCAR track adds even more appeal. So naturally, of course, All this has had a positive impact on the real estate values. And as you can see, this is reflected in the higher median price per square foot in these submarkets. Now, one important note about Davidson, it's the waterfront that's on Lake Davidson, which is about 341 acres. It's part of the Catawba watershed and connects to Lake Norman through the I-77 culvert, which is underneath the highway. So when you're looking at Lake Norman, just remember the most developed sides of the lake right now is on that eastern side up I-77. So where is the market on Lake Norman? Now that we've covered price points, let's talk about where the market stands on this gorgeous body of water. When we look at single-family homes that have sold in the past 180 days on the water as of September 2024, it's clear that Mooresville, North Carolina leads the pack, making up almost 50% of all the transactions, and it's no surprise. According to WCNC and the Go Banking rates, Mooresville has been named the fastest growing suburb in America. It's also recognized as the largest lakefront market in the entire southeastern United States. Many NASCAR drivers call this Iredell County spot home, giving it the nickname Race City, USA. But it's not just racing that draws people to Mooresville. Lake Norman plays a huge role in this. From 2020 to 2022, Mooresville population skyrocketed from just under 39,000 to over 50,000, nearly a 30% increase. Mooresville is also home to Lowe's Home Improvement Corporation, which is headquartered here. Now, Lowe's started as a single hardware store in North Carolina and has grown into an absolute monster conglomerate here in the U.S., employing 300,000 employees and has roughly $86 billion in sales as of 2023. So you can imagine the employee base here. Now, looking beyond Mooresville, another 40% of the transactions occurred in Denver and Cornelius. But here's something worth considering. Denver is on the western side of the lake. Isn't as developed as Cornelius. However, it does offer incredible value, with the median price nearly 50% lower than that in Cornelius. This is largely due to what I mentioned earlier. Interstate 77 came first, which leading to more development on that eastern side of the lake. That said, Denver, Sherrills Ford, and Terrell offer some great value for those who don't mind being a bit farther from Charlotte and commute. If your budget is under $2 million, these areas are definitely worth considering. So where is the best value on Lake Norman? When it comes to assessing value on Lake Norman, there's a lot to consider. It's not really just about price. It's about the big picture. Things like big water views, water depth, location, the condition of the pier docks, home style, construction quality, zoning regulations, and even lake buffers and other setbacks play a major role in determining value. But to keep things focused on the numbers, let's break down it simply. If you're looking for the best value on a price per square foot basis, Denver is where you should be looking right now. The median price in Denver is around $1.26 million for waterfront homes, which comes out to be about $406 per square foot. Now, as the western side of the lake continues to develop, I do expect we'll see Denver's prices to start to catch up to Cornelius. But right now, certainly if you're looking for value, I would look on that eastern side into Denver, going up into Sherrills Ford, and even north on the top side into Terrell. Well, where are the most expensive homes on Lake Norman? Well, there's been a lot of incredible sales recently, with the demand for waterfront estates continuing to soar. And it's easy to see why. Being able to enjoy a luxury lakefront lifestyle just 30 to 40 minutes from Charlotte Douglas Airport, with access to flights across the globe, makes this an area highly appealing to even the most discerning luxury buyers. Now, what we're seeing on the screen are the top 10 highest priced homes as of September 14th, 2024. Just a quick note, not all of these properties, of course, have sold, as you can see from the status on the far right. The most recent record-breaking sale was on Bella Isle Drive, which closed for an impressive $11.5 million. And right now, there are 4 additional properties listed for over $12 million, with 2 of them being located in Mooresville and, of course, Cornelius. Now, the Lake Norman luxury market has been exploding ever since COVID. And there's a lot of reasons why, but let me just share one. Most of the waterfront real estate that you may find in different areas like Miami, South Florida, Palm Beach coastline, even out in California, has become very expensive, especially those that are located in the hurricane belt. Due to this, a lot of buyers are looking for other places to park their cash and have a luxury lakefront lifestyle, enjoy waterfront, and not have to deal with all of that concern and risk of a massive hurricane. That's why we've seen a lot of buyers choose Lake Norman as a place to enjoy this beautiful luxury living. So there you have it. That's a little flavor about the Lake Norman market. I hope you enjoyed this video and received some value. Again, my name is Mitch. I'm a senior real estate luxury advisor here in the Lake Norman and Charlotte areas. If you have any questions, all my information is on the screen and below this video. I would love to be a resource for you if you're considering this area home or making a move to the Lake Norman area. But do not forget to like and subscribe, as we're going to be coming out with more videos just like this every single week to keep you updated on the luxury market. But without further ado, guys, I'll talk to you next week.